Yeah. Nothing in life comes for free. Price is built into the angle. So how much your offer gonna cost me? The art of negotiating takes subtlety and detail. Walk this line fine like angel hair. Pasta noodle lest you get robbed, hoodwinked, and eventually bamboozled. Locking face to face with a razor sharp steely stare, knowing that their eyes always tell the full story. Emotions can hide within words, deftly spoken, but the body's language translates truthfully. No favors given, nor will any be sought. Souls are for sale, but this one can't be bought. Don't try and give me shit that I haven't paid work for and earned. Staying true to the game, living strictly by the code, heeding the life lessons established by the rules that I learned. They wanna see us fail, filling your ear with doubt and uncertainty via pessimism and the negativity. I call them witches and warlocks, enemies of the state concocting that bitch made brew. You know that shit is bitter, yeah, that haterade. It suits them to a T. Deep down inside, wishing they were me. My spirit gravitates to only positive energy. Aura is like a magnet, body full of flux. Balls of fire inside, bound ever so tightly, vibrating and radiating like a heat-seeking missile. Running roughshod over and around and all through your hating. Coach told me to never stop. Yeah, can be no hesitating. Got my pedal to the floor, mind steadily focused, projecting the least bit of aggression. I'ma keep spanking that ass until I hear the whistle. For reach or for the poorer. Purse my lips as I refuse to imbibe. Protect the contents that enter into my chalice. For reach or for the poorer. Their intentions highly calculated, self-serving and filled with malice. Yeah. Shout out to the legends. Tupacalypse had it right. Thugs gotta nationalize, flip the game, strategize. Deep off into the night. Rule number one, gotta say it's MOB. That's money over bullshit. Cause trifling bitches and gossiping niggas won't assist my synergy.
All right. We are back in the saddle for Midnight Mondays. It is approaching midnight here on the East Coast, and you're rocking with your guy, Young Moolah, here at GAB Sports. And what we do on Mondays, we jump into BBMs pretty much right out the gate. So we're going to go and just touch on a quick little topic that I had as far of the thumbnail. I didn't get a poll in there, but we'll get your thoughts as we continue to talk about this. And what we are looking at are these bingos, right? And so I went through all of my BBMs that I have right now to see what this bingos distribution is looking like. And it's pretty much a 50-50 split between who has Burrow and Chase and who has Burrow and Higgins. And so each draft, one of the receivers is usually going to be paired up with the quarterback. And for my taste, I'm looking at the Chase Burrow stack as being a little more valuable, because when it's like a 50-50 split of who is being paired with Joe Burrow, I'm going to go with his best receiver more often than not. I want to take that side of it if it's that close. But say it was 75-25 with Chase and Burrow stacked together. Say it was 75% on the Chase side. Then I would be looking to get some leverage possibly on those Jamar Chase Burrow combinations and go with T. Higgins. But since it's a 50-50 split, looks like we're going to be taking the side of Burrow Chase if we can get that, and pretty much relegating the Burrow Higgins ownerships to the field. You guys go ahead and knock yourselves out. We'll have a lot less of that since it's just too close, in my opinion, and it's a big difference in the players. All right. And so we are gentle and blissful, gifted and beautiful, generous and benevolent, and most appreciatively, we are grateful and blessed. Guidelines to achieve and build. GAB Sports, your guy, Young Moolah here on Midnight Mondays. At the time to draft these BBMs, man. This is the time, right? A lot of people been out here speculating and stating that there's a little bit of plus EV in these midnight hours. And so we're going to go ahead and buy into that as well. And so we're going to start off right now. Let's go ahead and look and see what we have available in these streets. Let's see what it's looking like at this midnight hour in the streets of BBM. So we can go ahead and test this out right away, right? We'll go ahead and share our screen here so that you get a chance to look at what we're looking at as well. And we're just looking at these streets, seeing what we have to offer over here in the BBM 7. So let's go ahead and jump into it right away, right now. No countdown. We just jumping right on in. BBM 7. Let's do it. Enter already. And let's see how many are left. It's 7 people left. In case you want to get in out there, 7 spots still available. We got our guy Lawsome checking in first. What's up, Lawsome? Thank you for joining in. You're the first one. Plenty of times. Appreciate you for coming on through. And so, yeah, we're already in. We're waiting on several. It's waiting on 6 in these midnight hours, searching for plus EV here in the BBM streets. Let's go ahead and do this like. And we are rocking in the midnight hour here at GAB Sports. And yeah, the Bengals are always one of those teams that usually put on a show most times, right? A lot of weeks they can go off. And so it's always going to be a valuable stack to have. But is it a little pricey this year with Burrow's price compared to the pocket quarterbacks that you can get in the 8th? When I say pocket, the pocket of the draft. Not that they're pocket passers, because really Joe Burrow doesn't offer much in the running department as like he used to. So he's pretty much a pocket passer along the lines of a Dak Prescott type. He's a little better than like a Stafford, obviously, but still, he's still more in the realm of a pocket passer. We're in the 10th hole. Let's see who else got in here with us. Legion is in here. Notorious Parlay. I think I've seen him around. Lost Small in at the 1 hole. And we have, don't really know too many more people, but that's fine. If you are in here and you're also in the stream, go ahead and raise your hand. And we can go ahead and give you a team review if you'd like. And so we're coming into 10 hole. Legion at the 7. And our guy Lost Small in at the 1.1. So in the end of these drafts, you know, I just tend to take what's available to me. Don't try to be too cute over here at the end spots in the BBMs, because BBMs are unlike any other contest in that they've been going on since the beginning of the draft cycle, right? And it's going to go all the way to the end. So you got to be kind of aware of the risers, the fallers, and all that in these BBMs. You want to get pretty good closing value. It's not the end all be all, that closing value stuff, but it does factor in your advance rate a lot of times. And if you're getting just great value, you're getting great value. That's just the bottom line. So a lot of these players who are falling will be still considered, you know, great value. All right, we're going to go ahead and turn on the music to see how that impacts us. I'll go ahead and wait till after my pick. And sometimes the music will go ahead and distort the microphone for a little bit, but so we'll just wait till our pick before we turn on any tunes here. We'll do it that way. All right, let's get the volume level where we want to. We're up in 1 pick. Our guy Legion took JSN at 7. And so who we're going to rock with at 10? I think we're going to take one of these receivers. We're going to go with CD Lamb. A lot of people aren't liking CD Lamb as much. They think Pickens is just putting a little bit of a damper on his situation, and that's possible. But when you got such a good offense, whenever Dak stays upright, this offense cooks all year. So we're banking on an offense when we're taking a guy like CD Lamb, because you never know who's going to be that needed player in those valuable weeks 15, 16, 17. So a guy like CD Lamb is always going to be an option to go off in those kinds of weeks, especially when they have some pretty good games there on the docket. So we have no problem taking a CD Lamb here at this price in these contests. So whether people are loving it or not, I don't know, but we're okay with it. Who else are we okay with? We're okay with some other guys that we like right here. That being a Kenneth Walker type. Yeah. We'll take Kenneth Walker right here. Don't have a ton of him. So CD Lamb, Kenneth Walker will be our first combination here in this BBM. And it's looking like a pretty straightforward draft. A.J. Brown goes here at the 2.4. And that's one of those guys who's risen quite a bit since the start of the contest, because you probably were getting him in the third round, right around there. 3.10, 3.8, 9. You were getting him right there. So now he's a full round and a half up, right, on number of picks. He's like about 16 picks, 16, 18 picks up since his starting ADP. So it's not a overwhelming disadvantage, but it could be a slight disadvantage. I mean, some people got him in the third round. You're taking him in the second down. So, we'll see how that all shakes out. If you got the right pick, though, you got the right pick. That's usually what it comes down to. But I'd still would rather have that second round guy I can take there plus a third round A.J. Brown instead of vice versa. Just me. But we'll see how that shakes out. So I probably will not be taking A.J. Brown this early in the BBMs. If he falls somewhere to 2.10 to 2.12, which he probably won't, but that's just going to have – it's going to have to be just like that for me, because I don't think I'll be just taking them at that price tag here in the BBMs. Maybe in some of these time boxes, okay for me, but not in the BBMs. Okay, let's go ahead and turn that music on, see what happens here with our microphone. Bear with us as we do this, and then maybe it clears up right away, hopefully. As you are rocking with your guy, here midnight number 2, getting this plus EV. We're searching high, we're searching low for the plus EV on Monday nights at midnight on the East Coast, 8:45 here on the West Coast, and we are looking for the plus EV in the BBM contest. We might rip off 2. We just might, or we might jump over to drafters, because Underdog is kind of slacking, man, with the release of these new contests. I guess they're trying to force people to try to enter some of these other contests that aren't filling too rapidly. Like the weekly winners, the eliminators, and got fishbowl, satellite stuff, charity contests, and all these. I'm not interested in any of those, so I'm going to be passing on all those contests. The slow puppy saved you. Why would I get in a slow puppy for $100K when the up top, when the fast puppy was at $200K up top, right? So, Underdog, get on your job. Release some more contests out here for the Savages. We want more contest options, because I'm not fucking with none of these other than the BBM. That's just me. You guys knock yourself out and eliminator weekly winners. It's just not my cup of tea. Do we want to go with that guy? Oh, we got Dallas already, so we rocking Neighbors without a question. We'll take Neighbors CD correlation at this price tag, hoping that Neighbors doesn't start off on the wrong side of the pup list. Hopefully he starts off. But if not, hey man, he just doesn't start off active. We'll go ahead and take our chances with a Neighbors missing maybe up 3-4 weeks. I'm okay if he misses 3 to 4. Anything beyond that, I'm feeling a little antsy, right? At this kind of price tag. But 3-4 weeks, neighbors on the shelf, we can overcome that. We got confidence in our later round selections. They can hold the fort down until this guy comes aboard and starts ripping it up. But other than that, if he's out for like 7-8 weeks, that would be not so good, right? Because that's like most of your first round, right? Your first round's 14 weeks. If he misses 7-8 of them, he's missed over 50%. 50 to 60% of the first round, which you don't really want. But stuff happens, man. So it's a risky situation at this point because you don't have a lot of information to go off of right now. We're going all in. We're going all in, Cowboys. Let's rock the Cowboys. We don't have our cowboy hat on, our cowboy boots, but we got some Dallas Cowboys over here in this BBM today. Let's see what our guy Lost Mo starting off with in the one hole. He went Gibbs, Drake London, Pickens. He got my other end of the Cowboy offense, and London fell a little bit too. Yeah. And so our guy Legion right down the middle. In the 7th spot, went with JSN Bowers, T. Higgins, Josh Jacobs. Another guy who's start of the BBM was definitely going early 3rd. And now he's mid to late 4th often. That's what you consider a faller, right? And so those are some of the things that the savvy guys out here looked at, and they'll go ahead and snap them up at these prices, given that you'll get some CLV as well as a potential workhorse guy in the 4th, into late 4th. I mean, if you're getting a workhorse running back at that price, it's well worth the dip, So all the antsiness and the people being averse to the risk when there may not even really be that much risk involved in that pick. I mean, I haven't heard anything with that case. I think it's pretty much quiet on the Western Front, right? To where about, once you don't start hearing noise about stuff like these kind of cases, usually that means there's some sort of settlement probably in progress. That's what it's normally about 90% of the time. A lot of times people want to get money, so they start off with these high level accusations and charges that are probably baseless a lot of times with no evidence, but they just throw it out there. And then your reaction as the one being accused is like, I don't want this to be hovering over my head and affecting my mental space and all that. So they just want to solve this stuff a lot of times. So they'll just, hey man, what you want? $500,000, $250,000, whatever. Give them some money and all the stuff goes away. And it's like, it's just a game, man. People are just hustling out there, right? So they kind of trapping these young dudes and putting them in situations. Not to say that that's exactly what happened, but a lot of times that is what happens. If he committed a crime, he needs to go to jail. But I've seen this happen a million times. A lot of times it's about a little bit of payment, So we'll see how it shakes out. But it's very, very quiet over there. So that's just giving me the indication somebody wants some money. Yeah, somebody wants some money out of this spot. And we want some money out of this spot too. So we're going with BTJ. We're going with BTJ because we want some money too. All right, we got Kansas City, Dallas, New York Giants, Jacksonville. The only correlation we're looking at is Dallas Giants, but that's fine. You don't let correlation run your draft. You take the best players in the best spots. And that's what we feel like we're doing with these picks here. Okay, so how do we want to proceed here in the 6th round? It's going to be interesting. We'll take a Dunze. Don't have many shares. We'll take this one. We'll take one here. People may be concerned about the foot. Hey, I got 2 dudes with a little angst in the community where people may be a little nervous, overreacting possibly on guys like Neighbors or Dunze. I took them both because sometimes you need to jump on the players that people are a little bit sketchy on, and that can end up paying off royally for you, or it can sink you, right? It can go the opposite way. It can go the opposite way if these are real concerns. And then people will be like, yeah, I knew it. Okay. But are you willing to risk it, biscuit, and take guys with a few question marks because they might just have the ceiling to carry you to the league winning, right? The league winning capabilities. And so we like this combination of receivers here. Even if there's a little risk involved, we'll take that. But you got to sometimes you take on a little risk, you just win the whole enchilada, man. So that's it. We're trying to win the whole enchilada. And I think the risk is worth the reward at these prices. Now, if you're jumping on these dudes, around early, yeah, that's a little too risky to take them around early and take on that much risk when you don't have to do that. You just let them fall to an appropriate spot and take your chances with that. We are rocking on at midnight Monday, so thank you all for coming on in here. Welcome aboard. Come on, smash that like button if you will, please. Appreciate that. The algorithm loves that as well. Smash a like for your guy YUUNGMOOLAHH here at GAB Sports as we are rocking with you on midnight Mondays. We also want to mention our subscriber goal that we have here at GAB Sports. And we want to get that in front of you right now. So that is a subscriber goal of road to 300 subs. And we want to reach this 300 subs by the end of this hot baseball summer. And if we are able to reach that goal, we'll go ahead and bring our customer base subscribers a fabulous week 1 top plays in DFS, right? And I'm doing DFS. I also do the dailies as well. So those will be incorporated into our shows as well, the dailies over there on Underdog. But we do DFS over on DraftKings, and we're going to go ahead and release our top plays of week 1 for free if we reach this 300 subscriber goal. So go ahead and subscribe now if you haven't already. Tell your friends all about us over here at the YUUNGMOOLAHH Express here on GAB Sports. And we also will release our top picks against the NFL betting. And so we also got that in store for us all season long here at GAB Sports. Let's go ahead and make that happen. All right. So let's go ahead and see where we at. We up next here in the 7th round. Do we need to address something? Do we need to address something? I like this guy, man. I'm going to go ahead and take him. I'll take him every once in a while. He's one of those undervalued guys who's been pretty consistent year in, year out. And Waddle's coming over. We know that. But is Waddle a better red zone threat than our guy, Courtland Sutton, who's put like 9-10 touchdowns, pretty consistently over the past 3 years? He's right hovering around double digits every year. So we like a guy like that who's a red zone guy over here on Underdog, right? Because Underdog, you got to put it in the paint, man. You got to get the payoff over here on Underdog, man. So we like dudes that can give us the payoff over here on Underdog. Put it in the paint. Yeah. So we want to be feeling groovy, listening to this kind of music on a Sunday afternoon. We're going to be cruising on a Sunday afternoon. Yeah. We play oldies. We love all that kind of stuff. And we like dudes who can get it in the paint. We'll take Trevor Lawrence with his skinny stack. We want dudes who can get it in the paint. Why? Because dudes that get it in the paint give us joy. They give us joy so we can go ahead and celebrate. Yeah. Celebrate like that. We got the old school touchdown dances because those were the most creative dudes. Yeah, they came with celebrations just off the dance floor or out of their mind. They just released their joy. Now everybody's choreographed. Remember they pulled the cell phone out the goal post? Like, how do you put a cell phone in the goal post to take a selfie? Come on, man. You choreograph stuff. Don't do all that. Just let it be natural. Celebrate. Just a feeling, right? But you know how we do it. We want to celebrate. It's a celebration, man. You got to get that touchdown first, though. You don't get the touchdown, you don't get to celebrate. So let's go see what was happening here. We are headed into the 9th round as we are building a BBM draft here, 1, 2, 5, 0 through 8. And we are headed into the 9th round over here on GAB Sports, coming at you with this BBM draft right out the gate on midnight Mondays. This is how we do it. We don't got time to be wasting on a midnight. We want to go get that plus EV right away. I wish there were some more contests out here because that would probably mean that less people would be in the BBMs. Now everybody's just waiting for BBMs to, because that's pretty much all that's out here. You know, people doing eliminators. Good luck to you in that head-to-head contest. I'm not fucking with it. Here in the middle of the 9th round, let's see what we want to do. Add to our 1, 2, 5, 1. I think there's still a lot of value in the positions we want to go ahead and start focusing on. There's still some value there, isn't there? There's still some value there. I believe it. Has to be. And we're going to scoop it up. Why not? Why not? We will take the value out of the 10 hole. We'll take this guy, Kyle Monangai. We got 2 Bears pieces. Kyle Monangai fell about 13 picks, in fact, and we took him with Adunze, who fell a little bit as well. Fell like 3 picks, so we got 2 Bears values here in our BBM. So we scooped them up, man. Let's do it. We want some CLV too. Why not? We'll take it. All right, let's go with this guy. We got this secondary receiver. Could be the 1B. We'll take Bo Nix. We're not a big Bo Nix supporter. I think he's a pretty average, mundane quarterback. Probably a game manager type. But there's a lot of excitement coming out of Denver regarding Davis Webb taking over play calling duties from Sean Payton, who's, you know, been a fabulous play caller most of his career. But I think he started to get a little out of his mind a little bit in that playoff game, man. I mean, what the hell are you doing, man? You got Jarrett Stidham at quarterback, and he's just dropping back every down, trying to throw the ball like 40 times or something with a backup quarterback. AFC Champs game that you're at home. Play close to the vest. Take the 3 points, Sean Payton. When you had the 3 points available to you in the first half, you got your backup quarterback in there. Get some points on the board. You're trying to go for it on 4th down with Jarrett Stidham at the helm and dropping back way too much. What the hell are you doing, man? That was kind of a disastrous play calling effort from Sean Payton. I mean, I'm calling how I say it. And I saw it that way. He didn't call a good game. He should have played a little close to the vest, played to the strength of the defense and just tried to run the ball, manage the game, manage the quarterback. Instead, he thought he had Joe Namath and Patrick Mahomes or somebody back there. This guy is dropping back way too many times. I'm like, what is he doing? So now we got a new play caller in Davis Webb. They're saying he's going to maybe speed up the tempo or something. I don't know how he's going to do that, but We'll see. Does that mean more plays? You're going to get even more plays off, or does that just mean you're getting the plays in quicker so they can adjust pre-snap? I mean, I'm not sure exactly what they were meaning by that, but it could be the latter, where they're just getting the play in quicker to the quarterback, and he could survey the defense and maybe audible or come out of the play. Maybe the plays was coming in a little too slow or something. I don't know. But whatever it is, we got a new play caller there, and they're kind of excited about it over there in Denver. So we added a piece there to get a skinny stack. We got 2 skinnies working with Trevor Lawrence and Courtland Sutton. Yeah, what's this story about Zay Jones visiting the damn Jaguars? What the hell? How you need another receiver? I mean, if Zay Jones signs with Jacksonville, that's a couple of signals. It can only mean one or two things. It either means somebody's on the trade block, potentially, or Travis Hunter, you don't have no role on this offense, hardly a very minimal role. It's one of the two cases. If Zay Jones, if they're bringing in a guy like a Zay Jones, even, why would you need another receiver when you already got like 3 very sound dudes and Travis Hunter? So it doesn't make much sense that Zay Jones is visiting the Jaguars of all teams. Unless somebody's injured and they're not telling us or something, but that's kind of weird. Anybody else thought that was kind of weird? Did you see that Zay Jones visited the Jaguars? Let me know what you think about that. Because that's kind of confusing to me. Why they would even be interested into a Zay Jones kind of a dude, right? Yeah. All right, we're going with our first tight end here. Get some more correlation in that game. So let's go ahead and do that. We'll go with our dude there. Let's see if we can clear this up. Getting a little blurred vision. A little blurry time over here. Let's see. Did it clear up? Looks like it cleared up. Yeah, sometimes the lighting can kind of blur you out a little bit every now and then. Hopefully that's cleared up. Hopefully that is cleared up. Yeah, 2 BBMs night from here on out. I don't know about 2 per night. We might do 2 tonight, but we're not going to do 2 every night. I'm not maxing BBM. I don't put that many BBMs in. My allotment only calls for 1 per night, but we might do 2 tonight, or we jump over to drafters. We'll see. See how I feel about that. Maybe it's drafters. And we are loading up this Cowboys game, man. We're going to go ahead and go full throttle, man. We're going full throttle on this game, man. Let's do it. Yeah, we go full throttle. All right. We're going full throttle, man. Let me see. Voila. Let's go and get back in the saddle. We are back in the saddle. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with this. It's probably the lighting. We're here late night. Late night in the studio. I'm not trying to turn on every light in this studio because it is hotter than the 4th of July out in this month. So I am trying to stay a little cool. So we got not all the lights on, which could be adding to that camera sensitivity. But we're going to rock with it, man. It's all right. It's all right. Y'all don't want to see me anyway, man. Y'all here to draft, man. Y'all ain't looking at me. Okay? So let's just go ahead and draft. We get it cracking. All right. So we are rocking with a 2, 4, 5, 1 through 10. No, that's not through 10. That is through 12. What am I talking about? 10 through 12. 2, 4, 5-1 through 12. Oh, we like this build. This build's pretty strong, pretty solid, pretty balanced. And so we can go any multitude of ways here. As we end this, let's see how we land the plane here. We'll go ahead and try to get, some different dies here, some different combinations. Because sometimes it's about the combinations as well, being a little bit different as you progress through the BBM. You started off maybe hammering dudes you really love. Then you validate your portfolio. And now we're looking at what other combinations do we want to kind of start targeting. Some guys maybe we're a little low on, but we need to maybe increase some of those shares. Or guys we need to change a position on. I am never afraid to change my position. I'm never too stubborn to think that, everything I got so far, I'm just going to stay on this track and keep hammering the same old stuff. There's no other picks out there. If I don't like it, I'm just going to stick with what I'm doing. Well, no. At some point, you got to take into account you're going to be wrong on a lot of shit out here, man. And so I can change horses midstream if I like. My party. I can cry if I want to. Is that what they said? Or, it's my football. I can take it home if I want. So, yeah, you can change up, man. No shame in changing your mind out here in these streets, man. So I'm changing my mind on certain things, and I don't care. I will do it. We're going to get a Raider. We're going to get a Raider. Because I'm a Raider, a broken Raider. Trey Tucker. Here in the 13th round. I'm a Raider. I'm a Raider. So, yeah, we got Trey Tucker. Let's see who else. Is there any tight end we like here? Is there any tight end that we like? I know people are scared of Sadiq. I don't know why. He's a super talent. They drafted him in the first round. Give me a goddamn share of Sadiq, man. What are y'all running from? I take talent. We take talent here at the YUUNGMOOLAHH Express. You got talent. Come on over. Come on over. We got a seat for you right here. Make plays. Yeah, young dude, come over here and make some plays in that Jets offense. It's going to get plenty of snaps, plenty of opportunity to be on the field. Make some plays. Coach him up. Aaron Glenn and Frank Wright, coach him up. Get him up to speed. Because this guy's got talent. Get him down the seam, Gino. Down the seam, Gino. Throw the dart. Man, you hit it against a linebacker. Man, this guy's outrunning every linebacker safety in the league. Man, what are you talking about? This guy's got talent. Taking talent. Talent wins over time. And so I'm taking the dudes that can explode out here, and hopefully it happens at the right moment here in our late season surge, where we're trying to win millions of dollars. Hopefully it happens at the right time. A guy like this can go off, especially when they talk about that post-buy rookie bump, right? Yeah, maybe he's struggling most of the year, possibly, right? He's not really getting the concepts of how to, sit down in the middle of the field, sit down in between those zones, find the soft spots. That's where a lot of young tight ends, they don't come along fast. They don't understand the nuances of NFL running routes versus the college stuff. The college stuff, hey, I'm the best athlete out here. Let me just get out here and y'all just throw me the ball in space. I can make some plays. It doesn't work like that in the NFL. Everybody's a great athlete in the NFL. So you got to learn how to find soft spots, read the defenses from the tight end's position. You got to know how to look at the field almost like a quarterback. You got to see what the defense is trying to do to your offense and understand where you need to be and where you need to stop instead of just keep drifting over into coverage. Sometimes you got to stop. Sometimes you got to make your way back to the quarterback. Sometimes you got to run away from the quarterback. You got to have all that nuances and that feel, and it usually comes with experience. That's why a lot of inexperienced tight ends, young tight ends, this guy's very young, which is also, bit of a concern. He's very young. I think he's only like 20, 21. So that kind of profile usually takes a little bit of time to do anything. But hey, we're taking a risk, man. They just drafted you in the first round. You're going to be out there. Make some damn plays. That's what it is. Make some plays. So we're taking that risk on. All right, who else we want to get over here on the Young Moolah Express over here in the BBM? We got our guy Keith, the big shooter in the house. What's up, man? Yeah, we're gonna do one more. I decided I'm not gonna jump over on drafters. I was planning on doing a drafters, but since we got a request here, everybody keeps saying do one more BBM. We're gonna do it. Our guy Legion in the 7-hole, he wants another one. I'm sure Lawson wants another one. My guy Keith, the big shooter, wants one. So we'll go ahead and bring you a second BBM right after this one. After we do a couple team reviews, we'll come match it with 2 BBMs, and then we'll call it a night. As we are seeking that plus EB here at the midnight hour on Midnight Mondays. Thanks for rocking with us. Smash that like button on your way in, please, if you would, because we are definitely going to do another one. But we definitely would like you to support us in that effort to smash the like and help us reach our subscriber goal by subscribing. Get your friends to subscribe. Get your other buddies to subscribe. Get your league mates to subscribe. I know you don't want them to have all the good information, your league mates, so you kind of keep them shut out. Hey, you kind of keep stuff a secret. But hey, man, we want everybody to win. We want everybody to win out here. They might not process the information as well. Right? All right. So what do we want to do here? Do we need a running back? We got 4 pretty good ones. 4 pretty good running backs, man. Not really hurting for a running back. So what we're going to do here, let's see. We got him. We got A.D. Mitchell. We got A.D. Mitchell, Kenyon Sadiq. So guess who else is on our radar? Yeah, that guy. The guy you love to hate. The guy everybody loves to trash. He's on our radar, though. We will take him. We will take him if we need to. But we ain't going to force it. Don't push it. Don't force it. Let it happen naturally. And so naturally, we're going to take this guy first. That'd be Sean Tucker. Man, we're going to add another back to this backfield. Get our 5th back. A guy who should have a goal line role. Sean Tucker. And Sean Tucker's one of those dudes, if he ever gets a starting job, like in a pinch, right? Those pinch starts. Guy, got an ankle sprain or something. Bucky, he's going to have an ankle, knee injury. He's going to get something. Bucky ain't playing 17. All you Bucky guys out there, just understand, he ain't playing 17. We already know that. He's going to miss a minimum 3 games probably. So that's just it. I got 0 Bucky myself, but I'm not going to sit there and trash him. But he going to miss 3 games. So just understand that. And a guy like Sean Tucker, if he's given a starting spot, is one of those dudes that can give you, I mean, he's shown it. He's shown you can get a 30 burger. This dude gets 30 sometimes. He just, he's one of those guys that can get some big runs and he can get in the end zone. So we take dudes like that late because we don't know when that start might come. That start for Sean Tucker, 1 or 2 starts per year, might come week 15, 16, 17, or 2 of those 3 weeks. He might be starting. How do I know? And if he is, we will be loving that if we made it that far. Right? You got to get that far first. So this is a game of if. It's a game of ifs a lot of times. Well, you got to be, if I get there, what happens? And if I get there, I want this and this to possibly help me win. And Sean Tucker's one of those plays. He can help you win if you get there. So we rocking with those kind of angles. Each and every time we draft, we want the angles, man. And some of these angles are a little sharper than others, are a little bit more boom bust. Because, some of these dudes can give you nothing when you're taking dudes in the 16th, 17th, 18th round. Some of them might give you nothing all year. And you were just hoping he would get something at some point. But nothing's guaranteed, man, when you're picking this late. In the draft, these dudes are not guaranteed to do shit. So I'm not putting my hopes in these dudes. You're just thinking that if they do something, they can give you that extra edge, but you can't be relying on these guys. That's the problem. If you're relying on these dudes, that's a different issue. I'm not relying on guys like this. You're just hoping to give you that extra boost that gives you that edge at the end. And if it works, great. If it doesn't, you should be able to overcome these late picks that don't do anything. But man, those picks that came in late, those dark horses that came in late, you know, those 100-to-1 picks that came in last year, the Michael Wilsons of the world, the Wandale Robertsons, the Troy Franklins. Yeah, those 100-to-1 picks came through last year, man. You know, sometimes they come through. Yeah. But it's not often you're going to hit a long shot, but hey, that's what it's all about. If you hit the long shot, you know, it's worth it. All right, let's see what else we got here going very late. Oh man. I wish I had some Carolina. Man, I wish. But I don't. So we rocking with Gino. Since we got the double, we're gonna go ahead and finish the deal. I got the Jets, man. I like the Jets, man. You know, a lot of people haven't been on the Jets. I saw a little short from Jacob Sanderson and Perrine today, where Jacob Sanderson's on the Jets. Yeah, we've been on the Jets since pre-draft. So it's all right. They can join the YUUNGMOOLAHH Express too, because nobody was talking about the Jets until just now. I've been on the Jets. But we'll see how it fares out. It's not a winning play yet, but it is a good angle. That's all I talk about is angles. So if you got angles, sometimes you need to press them. Press those angles out here in these streets. All right, so we gonna go a pretty standard build. Looks like here if we get this next guy, which it looks like we will, because I don't think this guy's gonna take him. Nah, I knew he wouldn't. We'll take Fryermuth. And so yeah, we got a standard build here, a 3-5-7-3, which is all right. Sometime at the end of the draft, I was saying earlier, end of the draft, just take stuff that just falls into your lap. You don't have to try to get too unique and too creative. Sometimes you just take the players that fall right to you, man. And so we went with a very just a very straightforward strategy on this BBM, which is fine. Because when you look at all the winners last few years, you look at their teams. These teams ain't just the greatest looking teams all around. Like, oh, you know, it's just a regular looking team, right? And that's what it's all about. Sometimes you just got to get to that last couple of rounds, right? 16, 17, with some darts, man, with some shots, with some correlation. And if you do that, you're giving yourself a chance, because there's going to be a ton of variance there in the end of these contests. So you just don't want to blow it by being too thin, maybe at a certain position when all the money was due and you were a little too thin. Maybe at the tight end spot, you're a little too thin at the quarterback spot, and you're going up against these other teams that, you know, they just built a little more solid, right? It's okay to throw a couple, let's just wing it, YOLO type teams in your portfolio, but overall, you got to have a sound portfolio with a solid strategy and well thought out angles to where you just say, oh, if I get there, maybe I got this. There's possibilities, you know. It's called having outs. So when you play different games, you play different contests, you're in different environments, you understand giving yourself more avenues to get there. And so that's what we stress here, is trying to give ourselves more avenues to get there a lot of these times, right? Especially these large field contest where there's a lot of teams or in the finals, right? It's not like 100 people or 2 or 25 people or 50 people that you got to beat at the end. You still got to beat, 600-700 people, right? In the final. So if you got to beat that many people in one round, you're going to have a solid build, right? Yeah, you can have all the angles you want, but it better be a solid build. All right, let's go ahead and go over some of these teams in here. We got who? We got our guy Lawsimo. Oh, I closed the draft already. Let me go ahead and open it back up. All right, our guy Lawsimo was in the one hole, right? Yeah. Okay. So let's see what you got, Lawsimo, out of the one hole. So we're gonna go over Lawsimo's team first. Out of the one hole, our guy Lawsimo went 3-5-7-3. Sounds familiar. I think another guy did a 3-5-7-3. Caleb Williams, CJ Stroud, Sam Darnold. Yeah. Again, everything's like right on point as far as ADP's lining up. And so he got a very sound quarterback room, right? 3 guys from 3 good teams. When I say good teams, they're good NFL teams. We will see the fantasy prospects of Houston, Seattle. But if you're on a good team, that can lead to points. So that's all that matters sometimes. The good teams can score points, right? And so we'll see how it shakes out. CJ Stroud, a lot of people are excited about him, about possibly bouncing back. So I see you doubled up there on the 12-13 turn, which was probably a good bet to do that, especially if you got some of their players here. Let's see, you got Jahmyr Gibbs, Scatterbo, Tony Pollard, RJ Harvey. Oh, RJ Harvey fell to the 8-9, huh? Nice value. And Jonathan Brooks. So you double up there on a riser, Jonathan Brooks, who's, this guy's one of those guys that could probably shoot up the draft boards over the next couple of weeks based on the news that comes out of these training camps. He's one of those dudes to keep an eye on. And so that's a solid, that's a strong quarterback room. That's not, running back room. That's not solid. That's strong. I like that running back room. And we got a receiver room of 7. Jake London, George Pickens, Luther Burden, Wan'Dale Robinson, Calvin Ridley, Jeremy Bernard, Devon Bailey. I like the start of this one. Drake Pickens Burden. Not crazy about the last 4 dudes, but they can get there. You made a little bet on Tennessee, but you didn't get Ward. But okay, you got 2 Tennessee guys. Pittsburgh. So you got some correlation for that Week 15 game, which could be a more exciting game than a lot of people are thinking right now, because I think Pittsburgh has a tendency to fall back a little bit on defense this year. And on the other side of the coin, Tennessee could have a breakout on the offense. So it could be one of those perfect storms where, Pittsburgh defense not as good as it used to be, but Tennessee's offense is a lot better than it has been, right? So I like that idea, and that was a savvy move there to correlate that game even without quarterbacks. So that's fine. And you got Dalton Kincaid, Dalton Schultz. He betting on the Daltons, the Dalton boys. And AJ Barner, solid quarterback, solid tight end room. I keep focusing on quarterback. So yeah, it's a very sound team, strong in the running back, strong at the first few receivers, and some correlation, Week 17 correlation, and some stacking. So yeah, like that build. Wouldn't expect nothing less from our guy Lawsimo. Was always going to give his best efforts and be one of those teams that has a great shot of advancing out of all the spots, right? And that's what you look for, the consistency in drafting. And this guy's as consistent as you see our guy Lawsimo. So we want to go ahead and check out Legion coming out of the 7 hole. Our guy Legion, he's came with a 2-7-7-2. I like that build. I'm really liking the 2-7-7-2, the 2-7-6-3s. Like the 7 running backs this year. And he got Lamar and Burrow. Ooh-wee. That's very interesting, very dynamic. And he's going with that game, man. So he got Josh Jacobs, J.K. Dobbins, Rashad White, Tyler Algier, Zach Charbonnet, Emmett Johnson, and K-Tron Allen. So we got Josh Jacobs, and then we got some guys who are going to be probably in some timeshares after that. But hey, I can see how if Jacobs is that bell cow, then these other guys give you those timely games, which they all are capable of doing. And you got some guys who can come on late, a Charbonnet, a Johnson, K-Tron. You got two of the Washington guys. I like that build, using that strategy of 7. I like having a room kind of built like that. A lot of the teams are pretty good too that you took some of these backs from. So don't have a problem with a backfield that looks like that, especially when you have that many darts. Real thought out plan, well executed. And then we got our guy Jackson Smith and Jigba. T. Higgins, go with that Burrow pairing. Quentin Johnston, Romeo Dobbs, Stephon Diggs, Denzel Boston, and a late partner for Lamar and Elijah Surratt. So you got a couple rookies there, and you got some veterans, one unsigned, and some other key guys in their offenses. So a real strong room as well. Very strong wide receiver room. And then we got Brock Bowers and Dallas Goedert. So you got 2 very good tight ends as well. Really strong team here. So we're going to have a very tough time getting out of this pot. All of us are. I guess it's going to be like, man, that's a lot of good teams, because even the teams I'm probably not even reviewing might be good too. So this is going to just come down to a very thin margin, I believe, in this room. So good luck to all of us, as we got 2 spots available. And now we're going to look at my team. Out of the 10 hole, we got Trevor Lawrence, Bo Nix, Geno Smith. We like that quarterback room. We like the values we got the guys at. All a little bit past ADP, so we will go ahead and take that at any time, right? As long as you can get guys at their ADP or a little bit beyond, that's fine. You know, as long as they can do something, right? And these guys can all do something. And we got Kenneth Walker, Javonte Williams, Kyle Monangai, Tyrone Tracy, and Sean Tucker. As you notice, we started going heavy on that Dallas Giants game, and we don't even have a quarterback from that game, which is perfectly fine, which is kind of what our guy Lawsmo also did with that Pittsburgh and Tennessee correlation. Sometimes you can get heavy correlation on a game without even having the quarterback, and it can still get there. Obviously, you would have liked to get the quarterback or one of them, but if it doesn't happen, so be it. And you just hope that your quarterbacks that you do have that big game to replace the guy who possibly had a big game out of the game you stack. So that's the thinking there. And so we went with our guys, CeeDee Lamb, Malik Neighbors, as well as Tyrone Tracy. And we'll see another pick we got from that game as well. And we got BTJ, Roma Dunze, Cortland Sutton, Trey Tucker, and AD Mitchell. So we like this receiver room. We're not going to be waiting on no rookies. We're just maybe waiting on a guy like Neighbors. And hopefully a Dunze, that foot holds up all year. And so we like this room. Very experienced, very explosive, and still some young legs in there too. And then we got Isaiah Likely, Kenyon Sadiq, and Patrick Freiermuth. And since we waited a little bit on tight end, wait till 11th round, get our first. And then we went with a young dude, and Sadiq, compared with our Geno double. And we got Patrick Freiermuth very late, which we were very happy to get that guy in the 18th round, And so, yeah, we like our chances here, man. We got as good a shot as anybody, but it's going to be highly competitive with the way our other guys who were in this room built to. So good luck to all of us in this draft. And so, yeah, we're going to jump into another one right here. Let's go ahead and catch up with the chat. Love it. Yeah, man, we had a good time there. That was a good team. But, yeah, we're going to do another one, man. Jump on in with us. Yep. Jump on in with us. We are coming here shortly. I got Game Tight coming in right on time. Yes, we're jumping into another right here. Right now, I'll give a countdown for all those who want to get in, because we are chasing that UD, and it's getting tougher and tougher with all the sharks circling the pond. Not the pond, but all the sharks circling the ocean. Right? We over here on the Pacific Ocean. They got a few sharks over here, not the real deadly ones, but hey, all sharks can bite. And yeah, we're gonna be drafting another. We're gonna do that right here, right now. Let's go ahead and count down right now, man. So we are jumping in a BBM 7 in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're entering the BBM 7 right now. Let's do it. Let's do it. Oh, we waiting on 10, man. Maybe did y'all get in the underflow? Yeah, there's maybe a little bad timing there. But there's lots of spots available if you still want to jump in. Lots of spots available. Because we are waiting on 10. So that sounds like some people got in the underflow. Which it's going to happen every once in a while. Probably got some other people out here streaming too. So there's a lot of people hunting EV on the West Coast, man. The West Coast guys are hunting this EV, man. I got Young Jerry. Peace out, Young Jerry. I'm sure he's probably streaming late night. Our guy Nice and Blunt, he's probably streaming late night. BBG could be streaming late night. So everybody out there on the West Coast is looking for that late night plus EV. All right. Let's go. Keith, the big shooter. You got in? Blunt streaming drafters. Oh, okay. I was thinking about doing the drafters, but then I shifted once you guys said BBM, so you guys didn't have to twist my arm, but we did it. Oops in the underflow. Yeah, that happens, man. It's gonna happen sometimes. Good luck over there in that underflow. Knock it out, man. Blunt stream drafters. Yeah, I was about to do drafters too. I might do drafters on Wednesday. Yeah, because if they don't drop another contest, I'm not doing any more BBMs on Wednesday. These will be my maybe 26 and 27th BBM. I only got about 30 allotted, 30 to 32, and we'll be out of BBMs. And I'm looking for some other contests. There's some other contests I'm really looking forward to. Hopefully they'll be dropping soon. Because, yeah. We got Game Titan in number 2. We got Legion in a 5-hole. We got Lawsome jumped in both. He's in this one in the 7-hole. We got Super Beast. I've seen that name in the 9-hole. Is that you, Keith, the big shooter? You Super Beast? And we got YUUNGMOOLAHH in the 12-hole. Yep. Rocking with you, I'm glad we went this way. Yeah, you Super Beast? Yeah, okay. I thought so. Yep. You are Super Beast. All right, well, good luck to us all as we are here in a very tough room. I like being on the end when it's a tough room. Yeah. Y'all better not let the right stuff get to me, man. It ain't coming back. It will not come back. I'm letting you know now. It ain't coming back if it gets to me. And so, yeah, I'm on the end. It ain't coming back. But let's see how it goes. All right. First round, we got Game Type, Bijan. Yeah, so what do you guys like? Which stack you guys are taking more out of the Bengals? The Higgins Burrow or the Chase Burrow? Because every time I try to get Chase Burrow in my drafts, I never get it. So I'm kind of frustrated with that. So I did a little exercise out of my 24 or so BBMs I had coming into today, 24, 25. I wanted to see how many Burrow stacks had Higgins or Chase, and it was pretty even money throughout my experience. But every time I'm in the 3-hole, I don't never get Burrow. I mean, like one time. So it's like, that's just the way it goes. But so I was thinking maybe that there was a lot of chalk over there on the Higgins side, but it's pretty much 50-50 that the Burrow guy was with either receivers, a 50-50 prospect, but I'm on the lower side of the variance. I got Super Beach take CeeDee Lamb. I took CeeDee Lamb on the last draft. Oh, yeah. We taking Genty. We taking Genty. We got Genty ranked number 5 in our rankings. We taking Genty all day, every day. So we'll take Genty as one of those picks. And who do we want on the other pick? Big Dog. We taking Big Dog. We going Genty Big Dog 2 week 13s. Why? We don't worry about stuff like that. Nope. Because for the first 13 weeks, they're both available. Yeah, they sitting out 13, week 13. But up until that point, I'm accumulating hella points until week 13. So I look at that angle. That, yeah, they don't have those weeks where I only got one of them. They both available, barring good health, right? So we looking at that angle. I'm going to have a lead already. That's how we looking at it. We want to be in the lead to come week 13. So we will go ahead and double up onto running backs right there. This ain't an eliminator or nothing like that. Yeah. Eliminators, weekly winners. Well, weekly winners, you can do it too. So you just punt a week or something. But eliminator, you probably don't want to do that and have your top 2 dudes on the same bye. But BBM or any of these other season-long contests, I don't care if I got the same bye out the gate. We'll rock that. We'll figure it out later on how to get some other people surrounding those dudes. As far as just right now, it doesn't matter to me. Give me the dudes I want. All right, let's go ahead and share this tab. As we have Genty Big Dog in the 1-2 spot. I got Super Beast, got CD Hampton, and Losimo, who's double dipping. He's in the underflow, and he's in this draft. He got JSN, HN. Oh, man, I like that combination. I like that combination, JSN, HN. And then we got Legion in the 5-hole. CMC Drake London. Yeah, CMC Drake London. CMC is one of those bets that if he's healthy, man, he's going to score fantasy points if he stays healthy. But I think there will be a pullback on his overall numbers. They can't give him the same usage this year. He'll wear out because he wore out last year. And you can't wear a dude out 2 years in a row with that kind of workload. So there will be a pullback in the workload, which could be a blessing. He might be more efficient again, right? If you're getting less work, if you aren't getting worn down, you aren't getting beat up, maybe he's more efficient. That's the bet when you're taking CMC at that spot. And then we got game type going Bijan, Jeremiah Love, Zay Flowers. Oh, we've got a neighbors pull up to the 2-3 turn. Good Lord. All right, but that's all right. When you're on a corner, man, sometimes you do what you got to do because he definitely wasn't coming back to you. But if you had to have him, that's the only spot you was going to get him. He wasn't going to come to your 4 or 5 turn. All right, let's see what we want to do. Oh, man, I've never gone 4 running backs in a row. I don't think I've ever done that in my life, have I? Maybe, but I rarely do it. I don't think I've done it this year. Maybe once. I doubt if I do it here. We'll see. But it's very doubtful that we go 4 running backs in a row. But it could be one of those 3. Could be 3. Keith, the big shooter. He's laughing at me having a Genty number 5. You already know it. Yep. Try to stack all 3. All 3 what? Quarterbacks? Is that what you mean? Yeah. I guess that's what you mean. Or you mean the Burrow stuff. I don't know what you mean, but yeah, it's one of those things where Bengals are going to be valuable. All right. And we got Big Dog. We know we take it, T. Higgins. Yeah, we'll take him as one of our picks. We're going T. Higgins. T. Higgins. Tetaroa McMillan. We rocking Tetaroa, man. Man, Bryce Young went like in the 18th round last draft. It's like, what is that about? Maybe the Tetaroa guy must have had 3 quarterbacks or something, because he should easily be your third quarterback if you got Tetaroa and he's that late. But yeah, kind of weird. Excuse me. That he didn't get picked until like the 18th round. If he got picked, I'm sure he did though. I passed on, so I had the jet stack. I couldn't fuck with it either. Let's see. All right, so we are through 4 rounds. Well, not through, but heading down the middle of the fairway in the 4th round. All right. Anything standing out? Let's see. Other than this neighbor's pull up. Lossmo got a pretty good deal on Trimmed Right. Josh Allen to our guy Legion. He's getting his guys. Yep, good combination of players. Nothing spectacular yet. Ooh, Travis Etienne. Damn, Lossmo's getting some fallers. Couple fallers. Almost every dude is past ADP. I don't know about Devon Etienne is right around ADP now, but the rest of those guys, I think, all fell a little bit. He's just scooping up all of y'all reaching too much on the corners, man. What y'all doing, man? Taking Davis at 25. Nah, it's not too many reaches. It's all about value, man. Oh, Javonte. Mark Alice. At the 3.3. He's betting on the Cowboys, it looks like, which is fine. He's making a team bet. I understand it. Sometimes when you make a team bet, ADP be down. He's probably a Cowboy fan. Gonna take Dak in this early 7th. Yeah, I can see it. Good for you, buddy. Yeah, what do you take Josh Jacobs? Never. I ain't fucking with Josh Jacobs. I mean, I'll take him. He got to go mid to late 4th for me, but I'm not targeting him actively, but I'll take him mid to late 4th. Javonte over Love. Well, yeah, there's some merit to that, in that he's on a better team. When you're on a better team, it's always merit to something like that, because he's not more talented, obviously, than a guy like Love, but he's on a better team. They're going to get more scoring opportunities, and he has a big role. Whereas Algier, shoot, I just saw a list, because I had forgot about this, where there's been 6 rookie running backs over the past 6 years or whatever, since 2020. 6 rookie running backs to get 1,000 yards, and Algier made the list. I forgot. He got 1,000 in his rookie year, Algier. So Algier is a quality dude, man. He's not no scrub. So for Jeremiah Love to be sharing some of that, I'll tell you where Jeremiah Love might really be gold is on a PPR site, full PPR. So over on DraftKings drafters, shit, I'm fucking with Love over there, man. Early 3rd for sure, because I'm sure they're going to be playing some packages where both of these guys are on the field together. Jeremiah Love and Algier will both be on the field together. I'm sure they will. I'm going with another BTJ share. Why? Because we like him. We like that guy this year. Oh. Yeah. We're going to get this dude too. We've been adding some Tate shares of late, and we will go ahead and add another one. Yeah, we'll get Carnell Tate, BTJ right there. set up some potential options for us later to get some correlation. And so yeah, we like that start here. We'll take it. Yeah, I think Jacobs is one of those dudes too that he can, really pay off handsomely too. So it is one of those things that it's a double-edged sword for me, because I was kind of thinking he wasn't going to be that good this year from the start, even before any incident came out with this potential case. I wasn't really on Jacobs anyway. I thought he was kind of regressing last year in his efficiency, and so I was kind of off of him already. But then he started falling, which makes you say, "Oh man, I got to get a few shares anyway." If you're off a guy when they fall like that, you still got to buy into them just to have some just in case stuff, just in case I was wrong. And I'm getting this great price at the same time, so I'm kind of like at that stage right now with Jacobs. I don't think he's going to smash this year anyway, but I could be wrong. And then I'm getting a great price, so you got to take him at some point. So it's like a mid-4th, late 4th is where I'll take him. Other than that, I still like other dudes in the early 4th over him. But yeah, it could be one of those things where he just looked like he started slowing down to me. Looked pretty sluggish out there. And so he was kind of just a product to me of getting a lot of touchdowns, which could happen again. Some dudes just are in good enough of an offense where even if they're not as good as they used to be, they can still get that high touchdown volume, right? Because Big Dog is as much as I love Big Dog, he isn't exactly the same as he used to be, right? But he's still got a lot of juice left. Because of Jacobs, I didn't see Jacobs running 40, 50-yard runs. I saw Big Dog getting 40, 50, 60-yard runs still last year. So Big Dog still got a lot of juice. He takes great care of his body. So I'll rock with Big Dog at his advancing age over some of these other dudes who I can see him start to slip already. And Jacobs is one of those dudes starting to slip a little bit. And it could just be, attention to detail, right? Because Big Dog, what this guy does to train his body and condition his body, it's on another level. And a lot of these other dudes, they probably eating cheeseburgers and French fries. And this dude, Big Dog, said he don't eat any fried food during the season. And he said some other stuff. I don't know exactly every detail, but it was all really detailed stuff. He just protects what he's doing with his body, what he's ingesting. And I think he only eats once a day or something like that too. He said he doesn't eat till dinner, or it was a late meal. I know that. And so dudes that are in that kind of a frame of mind, this guy's indestructible, man. The Big Dog's indestructible. If this dude gets hurt, it's almost like an eclipse or something, right? The sun and the moon must have just really just hit together, and just the earth was out of balance, because this dude don't get hurt, man. Something was wrong for him to get hurt. Something was a little out of whack. This dude don't get hurt. So I like that reliability. He's always available. But some of these backs, they are kind of slowing down, man. Like, as much as I love J.K. Dobbins, these injuries have to take a toll on you at some point. You gotta be taking a little bit of a toll on you. And I love some J.K. Dobbins, man. J.K. Dobbins is one hell of a runner, man. I just wish he would have never got hurt. Because I remember this guy was just, 5+ yards of carry every year, man. This guy is dynamic. He just got hurt. He would have been one of the top rushers. He would have been like a Nick Chubb kind of dude for sure. This dude is a really great runner, man. All right, we're going to go with R.J. Harvey. We like getting some Denver pieces in the backfield, even though it's crowded, because that's a lucrative situation. And we got our number one skinny stack in all of fantasy. We got BTJ, Trevor Lawrence. We just doubled up on him. We had him in our last draft because it's our highest owned skinny stack. Trevor Lawrence to BTJ. Yeah. That's our money. Money. That's our money battery, our money skinny. Where we're taking it? We are taking that one to Cashville, USA. Trevor Lawrence, BTJ, going to Cashville. We want to go ahead and be at the front of the line in Cashville, USA with that battery. Yeah, I think it's one of those things where, man, anybody did y'all really hear that news though about Zay Jones? Did he sign? Because this is kind of disturbing to me. If they sign another receiver over there in Jacksonville, and all you Travis Hunter owners, because I got very little Travis Hunter, so I don't think he's having a big role anyway. They don't have any cornerbacks. But if they sign Zay Jones, that doesn't bode well for Travis Hunter playing a lot of wide receiver. Zay Jones is not a special guy, I know, but why are they even thinking about getting him? They don't need that much more depth. They drafted 2 receivers. The Jaguars drafted 2 receivers in this draft with everything that they got already. But they didn't draft any cornerbacks. So guess what? Travis Hunter, you're playing cornerback. We didn't draft any cornerbacks. We drafted 2 receivers. We got BTJ. We got Parker Washington. We got Jacoby Myers. We got 3-4 tight ends. You playing cornerback mostly, man. That's how I got to look at it. And as much as he wants to play receiver a whole bunch and all that, I'm sure you do, because that's where the money is. And that's where the less wear and tear is. But the way this team is built, they need you on cornerback a little bit more. But we'll see how it shakes out. Maybe he gets a decent role as the season goes on. I don't know. But I'm not buying it. Not at his current price. I'll wait till he falls a little bit. Hopefully they do sign Zay Jones. Does that mean Travis Hunter has to fall a little bit? I mean, but the Travis Hunter slappies ain't letting him fall. I just thought he would fall already. He still hasn't fallen. Yeah. We got some slaps out there. And they don't want to buy this news that Travis Hunter might play a lot of cornerback. They just want to just force him into the receiver spot. And yeah, he's probably their second best receiver if he played receiver. Like a lot, but I don't know. I don't see the opportunity. I just don't. Yep. All right, let's see what we're going to do here in the 8th round. This is a similar build that we had last time. I know, but not as good as the receiver room, but we'll rock this one. We will rock this one too. All right, let's see what it's looking like. All right, let's go ahead and pull down the draft board a little bit. Okay. Wow, yeah, this is going to be a really tough room here. It's going to be a super tough room. I'm just got to draft slot. This is the type of room you just don't make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you're done. If you do a couple of things, and when I say mistakes, just a couple of things that aren't sound, you know, because we don't know who's going to get hurt and all that. That's just variance of everything. But if you make a couple mistakes in this draft room, you just ain't going to have a shot. I was taking an early third in the big board. Who might that be? Who's that? I don't know who we got on many topics. So who are you taking early third? All right, I'm on the clock here. What? We're gonna take Jacoby. We're gonna double out. We're gonna double dip, and then we're gonna take one of these tight ends we like. We're gonna get a Jacoby share. What do we want? Yeah, we'll take him. We're going Fannin. Harold Fannin Jr. We'll take him. We like both of the tight ends just there, though, but we'll take Fannin this time. And then Pitts went right after that. That was the other guy. We need another Fannin share. I like his price right here. I think the Fannin dip is just based on he hasn't practiced. So people are just pushing him down because his role is solidified. Todd Monken is the tight end whisperer kind of dude. So Fannin, I don't know, he should be, I don't know. I'm glad he's falling. I think he should be staying steady, but he's falling. And so we'll scoop him up as he falls. Thank you. We like some Fannin, man. And we like pitch too. But I need another Fannin share. We'll rock with Fannin. Yeah, who was you talking about? That you drafted in the early third? Jacobs? Oh, okay. Trust the offense he plays. He has a great floor. Yep, definitely. They definitely got a great floor because of that offense. And I think they do want to mix in some other dudes, though. Team 7 has a superhero wide receiver. Oh, let me go check that out. Yep. So we were talking about Jacobs. Yeah, so let me check out Team 7. What is he doing? He said he got a superhero. That's our guy Lawsmo. Yep, he does have the superhero. Which is one of my, I like the superhero. I'm going to say favorite build. I don't really have a favorite build. But I do like the superhero when it's executed properly. And our guy Lawsmo is going to execute this one, man. Yeah. He got the quarterback. He got the tight end. That's how you do the superhero. Lead at both of them. Lead at the onesies. Yep. Our guy Lawsmo is, that's what I'm saying. People ain't going to make a mistake in this room. This room is too sharp. And so when he does a superhero, he knows how to execute it. There's a lot of people that'll do a superhero and leave it a little dry. I'm like, man, okay. But see how it shakes out. But the superhero also needs some help at the receiver spot. Because if you take the wrong receivers, not that I'm saying he took the wrong ones. He took a couple guys I'm not super thrilled about, but it could still work. But if you just got that superhero out there all alone and these other dudes don't come through, that's the danger of superhero. But all this is kind of risky. You got to mix in different stuff. And so we understand the risk reward. But he's strong in every other spot. Strong tight end room, obviously strong quarterback room. Oh man, he's getting some dudes now. Now he's getting some dudes. Now he's getting some dudes. But yeah, all those are solid picks. Worthy, Dow, Shaheed, those are all solid anyway. They all got roles. But I like Shaheed the best out of that group, actually. Push came to shove. If there was no ADMP involved, I'd be taking Shaheed over both of those dudes. All right, I got Super Beast on the clock in the 11th round. Coker. He takes Coker. I got a video dropping tomorrow if you want to check it out. Be on the lookout for Hype Monsters. Our next Hype Monsters video is breaking tomorrow. And I'll tell you about it after I make this pick. Or the next pick, actually. Got another likely share? You know we like likely, man. We rocking with likely this year. We are rocking with the likely. Let's rock with the likely, man. Let's rock with that. And then we've been adding some of this guy. Yeah, he touches the ball on every snap. And he's got legs. And he's got a good arm. Is there a case for Malik Willis to be one of the top 8 quarterbacks in fantasy this year? Is there a case? It's not out of the question. It's a slim chance, but it's not out of the question. When guys like this touch the ball every down, you don't know what they can possibly do. Because he might rush for about 700 and get about 8 touchdowns rushing. We don't know. That's a kind of a, thing that can have a lot of different outcomes on his rushing outcomes. And so that's where the boom will really come from this guy, because none of his receivers are going to help him throw for a ton of yards. Remember that Fields year though, where he was rushing a lot. Fields was rushing a lot and making a few big plays in the passing game. So it could be one of those Fields-esque type of seasons from a guy like a Malik Willis. I'm just saying. So I'm getting my shares of Malik Willis. But we got a new video dropping tomorrow. Be on the lookout. Support your guy here. As we got a new song also we dropped with it. We debuted it tonight. Our song, Richer or Poorer. And it's part of our Hype Monsters video where we got CTE, man. Yeah. We got CTE. I hate to tell you that, but we got CTE. I'm just joking, but that's the name of the video. We got CTE. In the CTE, we got Coker, we got Tootin, we got Egbuka. Yeah, that's our CTE. Our Hype Monsters video dropping tomorrow. Check it out. All right, here at GAB Sports presents Hype Monsters CTE. Go get you some. You don't have to knock heads to get this kind of CTE. You just got to make some clicks to get this CTE. It's not going to impact your life. Yeah, this CTE won't impact your daily life. And I hope they checking in on our guy, Brandon Ayuk, man. He's exhibiting some signs of mental disorder. Maybe he got CTE, man. That's a real thing, man. CTE for these football players is a real thing. I'm not making light of it. It's just I had to get an angle to maybe catch some eyes. Yeah. But that's all. But yeah, our guy, Brandon Ayuk, somebody check in on that guy. He did move to Washington, D.C., right? Didn't they say something like that? He moved right near the facility of where these guys train even. It's like, how you move right near where they train? Somebody drafted Travis Hunter already? Bet you they did. It's one of y'all, huh? One of y'all in the draft. I know one of y'all did. Y'all Travis Hunter slappies up in here. I know y'all did it. Let me see. Who got Travis Hunter at 120 something? Let me see. Even though they about to sign another receiver. Yep, I knew they did. He took him right after I took Willis. So you notice I passed on Travis Hunter at that price. He snapped him up. I'm just not buying it. I'm not buying that he's playing a lot of receiver, man. I'm not buying it. No how? No. We're not buying that one. I got 2 tight ends. Oh, yeah, we sitting pretty in this one. We're in the catbird seat on the tight end. We don't need no more tight ends either. I will stop those 2. Likely Fannin. Done at the tight end spot. We are done at the tight end spot. So now we're going to get some backs. Oh, we got RJ Harvey. All right, we'll take his partner. We've been doubling up on this Denver backfield quite a bit. So we'll take one of those dual 2 out of 3 of the players there. Maybe it consolidates. Maybe it doesn't. I don't know. We'll take this guy. He could have a goal line role. We just mentioned him. One of the 6 running backs, rookies, to get 1,000 yards rushing over the past 6 years. Yeah. Tyler Algier made that list. There was Tyler Algier, James Robinson, remember him? Najee Harris, he had a big year. Damn, I don't even know who else made the list. Forgot, shit. I don't even remember who else. Those are the names that stood out of the dudes who I wouldn't have expected to have been on it. I don't even know who else was even on it. But those 3 made it. Yep. Now we get them in the 4th. Yeah. Any news on Ferguson? He's been falling tonight. Which Ferguson? Jason Ferguson? Because Jason Ferguson is garbage. You look at this guy's the most blessed touchdown maker dude I've ever seen in my life. This dude averaged like 7-8 yards a catch, man. He's not a threat. I mean, he's a great, I guess, red zone buddy. Him and Dak must got a shower narrative or something. Because Dak, and plus he got a lot of variance. I guess with the injury to CD, his TD variance is just way too high to me. And if you strip away all those TDs, this dude doesn't do shit. He catch the ball and get tackled right away. He don't got no rack, nothing. I'm not a Ferguson dude. I think I got like so many tight ends over Ferguson in that range. He's the last of them. Even if I got a Dak stack, I ain't taking Ferguson. But, you know, it could work. He can have some more touchdown variance, but after a certain amount of time, that wears out. That touchdown variance wears out after a while. He's got to come back to earth. Getting a touchdown, 7 yards a catch, 8 yards a catch, getting all them touchdowns, that's going to wear out. That's going to run out at some point. Oh. All right. How many receivers we got? Because we need receivers. Oh, yeah. There's plenty of dudes. Plenty of dudes we like at the receiver spot still. So is there any news that came out as far as camps? How many teams are in camps right now? Is more teams? I know most everybody comes on the 28th, which is tomorrow. So I guess that's when the big camp news is going to come out. Guys are going to be put on the pup. There's always some dudes that land on the pup we wasn't expecting to. And so when all that hits the fan, people going to panic. Oh, man, my favorite dude hit the pup. And then people will start overreacting to the littlest of this news. It's like, who cares if they're on the pup right now? It's like training camp, man. Sometimes you want a dude to be on the pup right now because the veterans, they'll go on the pup just because, they just want to get a little rest and stuff. So they got how many more weeks for the start of the season? July, August, it's a good 4 weeks, another 3 weeks after that. There's a good 7 weeks until the season starts. And so I think it's one of those things where 6.5, 7 weeks, something like that. Right? Where pupless right now is not a big concern. I mean, it's not great. Like, what if Scatterbo lands on the pup? All right? So we don't know who's going to land on the pup. But we can't overreact to dudes being on the pup right here. We'll take a Trey Harris share. Trey Harris might be on the field quite a bit over there in Los Angeles. So we'll take a share of him. Who else would we like to get? Dontavian? Yeah, give us a Dontavian. Outside threat over there in Philadelphia. Outside threat over there in Philadelphia. All right. Let's see who else. You are rocking with your guy, YUUNGMOOLAHH, here on Midnight Mondays, where we are seeking some plus EV. This is our second BBM draft. Appreciate you all for coming on in over here at GAB Sports. Smash a like if you would, please. Subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. And we will be coming at you 4 times a week here throughout a hot baseball summer. Yeah, Jake Ferd. Yep. Yeah, you got a Dallas stat? Because, yeah, I mean, that'd be the only time I would entertain Ferguson is on the Dallas stat. And so we want to go ahead and put the schedule out here for you of when you can catch us. Because we are coming at you today on midnight, Mondays, here at 11:45 p.m. Eastern. And next time we'll be on this Wednesday. And we will be on Machiavellian Thoughts, 9:45 Eastern. Times may vary. I might push that back about an hour. Who knows? It's possible. But it's 9:45 p.m. Eastern, Machiavellian Thoughts. And we're probably going to do some drafters, I would say, if they don't release any other contests. If I do a draft on Machiavellian Thoughts, which I don't always do a draft on Machiavellian Thoughts, but if I do, it will be on drafters if they don't have any new contests. So I'm not doing any BBMs. And Friday, Fiesta Fridays, I'm sure they'll drop some contests on Friday, right? The Frenchie Friday, something. And so we got Fiesta Fridays where we have a party. We might have a guest. We might have a special guest. I think I'm going to reach out to someone tomorrow. So check your inboxes out there. It may be a random person. Maybe a guy we already gave a heads up to. But I'm reaching out to somebody tomorrow. Got to just make sure that I will be available as well. So I got to check my schedule. I'm pretty sure I'll be available Friday. So I'll check that out. And then I'll be reaching out to somebody because I do want to guess. Come on Friday. And so we'll check into that tomorrow. And then on Sundays, we got Knockout Brunch. We weren't available this Sunday, which was yesterday, but we'll be, well, I'm not going to say for sure. There's things going on also. But our Sunday show is Knockout Brunch, where we usually pit a few players or 2 players against each other at the same position and relatively close ADPs. And we go ahead and pit those together, and somebody's getting knocked out that day, right? It gives you a lean of where we're going with these 2 tough picks that you have to make these decisions. And sometimes it's close enough to where we got maybe 60% of one guy, 40% of the other guy in the ratio of ownership versus each other. But sometimes it's a landslide. Sometimes we'll have 75-25% of a guy or 90-10. But when it's really close and we really like both dudes, even if they get knocked out, that doesn't mean I don't have some of the other guys. But it tells you where I am leaning and what I think is going to happen. And so we come with that. And so we got it at you 4 times a week here at GAB Sports. Check us out. Thank you for joining us tonight. All right, so let's see what we got going on here. We are in which round? Oh, we late now. We're in the 17th. It's time to come on home. It's time to come on home. Do we got a quarterback we want to rock with? We always got one late dude we love. We got one dude we love late every time. We rocking with a solo Malik Willis. We rocking with a solo Malik Willis. And we got a sneaky dude. We love this combination. Yeah, we like this combination. Especially if somebody's heading out the door. We come with Shador and Bond. Isaiah Bond. A guy who could light it up this training camp because he was lighting it up all off season. And this guy can nab a role here. Very good role in this offense with a strong training camp. And we are actually leaning on that. I don't think this is like a long shot. I believe he's going to come out with a good role here, which could force the front office to make some decisions here on this personnel, whether they want to keep the group intact or whether they want to move some pieces. And a guy to watch, Isaiah Bond, here in these early days of training camp, which kicks off tomorrow for the rest of the teams. I think every team who hasn't reported yet is reporting tomorrow. So we got a double stack of Cleveland. We are rocking with some Cleveland. We are rocking with some Jets. And yeah, We're banking on those teams. Now, if this team don't do shit here, Shador and the Cleveland Browns, I'm not going to be totally crushed the way that I got the pieces. Yeah, Fannin, he should be able to do something no matter what happens. But if Shador and Bond don't do anything, shit, it ain't going to kill my team. So that's what I look at when I'm taking a lot of late bets, is that if this actually does not work, how does that impact my team? Shit, I ain't gonna blink an eye if Shador don't do anything. Because I still got Trevor Lawrence and Malik Willis. So if Shador don't do nothing, so what? But if he does do something, that's where we get the leverage, because nobody's believing in it. I got hella shares. So if he does do something at that late price, leverage. That's what we talk about. Leverage. So let's just see what happens. I believe in the guy. I think he's talented enough to be starting somewhere. And why not here? Sean Watson, yeah, he might start off the season, but he's probably going to play him out at some point. All right, let's go ahead and give our guys a quick review here. Let's go ahead and catch up with the chat, and then we're going to go into quick reviews. All right. Pass on transfer. I had Chargers already. Yeah. Herbert, you would have selected him if you were on. Probably. Depends on how many Chargers you got if you got Herbert. But, you know, it's worth a bet. But they are talking about bringing somebody in too, right? Like Keenan back. So I normally would take him, though, if I do have Herbert. Scooping up value on Pittsburgh, New York Jets, and Cleveland all spring something. Yeah, those are the undervalued teams. And that's what it's about a lot of times in fantasy, the undervalued teams, because nobody's counting on these teams. Nobody's loading up on these teams, right? So I made some bets last year on, who was that? Carolina. I was super loaded up on Carolina. I was super loaded up on Cleveland. I was on a lot of undervalued teams. It ain't going to pay off majority of the time. But who's talking about majority, right? We talking about one time. I just needed to work one time. This year. I don't care if it didn't work last year, 3 years ago, whatever. Because those years are gone. Those slates are in the books. Those contests are done. I didn't care if it didn't work. Those done. Now we look at the next slate, which is the current slate. It just has to work now. So if it works now, I'm in a good spot. So that's how I look at it. I don't care if it didn't work before. Before it's over. You just have to work now. How many is too many in stacking though? I don't know. I'll go quarterback +3 easily. I got some quarterback +4s. It all depends on the team, right? You're making a team bet and the team is really, really good and the prices are decent. Yeah, I'll load up a quarterback +4. I'm not going to do it over and over and over, but the stronger teams, because sometimes when you're just doing these overstacks, you're counting on possibly a consolidation maybe, and you know that can happen, right? That happens regularly. Teams get consolidated, right? Like CeeDee Lamb. Got hurt last year. What if you had Dak, CeeDee Lamb, Pickens, Ferguson, Javonte last year? If you had all the Cowboys, because the prices were different prices, so you could have basically gotten them. Possibly, I don't know how they lined up. I'm just theoretically stating they were at different values. Especially the running back, tight end was later. So if you could have got all of them, and by the many parts of the season, it had consolidated with CD out, right? And then none of the running backs outside of Javonte stepped up. So he had all the running back points. Pickens, there wasn't really other good receivers once the CD went down. Ferguson didn't have much competition behind him. And so everything got consolidated to where those dudes all smashed. So if you would have had all of them, shit, y'all was a very good stack that. You probably was definitely advancing if you had the Cowboys stacked the whole year with all those dudes, even with CD missing games, you still was advancing. And so that's how I look at it. It's about the team. So I can go quarterback +4 on some builds and not even blink twice. or, quarterback +3, quarterback +2, or skinny stacks. They all work to me in different situations. All depends on the team. All right, let's go ahead and look at our competition here in this field. And so I will go ahead and do everybody else first. And so we're starting out with Game Tight, coming out of 2-hole. Game Tight got a 2-5-8-3 and I'm expecting a whip. I'm expecting a whip, man. I am expecting a whip. All right. All right. Let's check it out. We got a 2-5-8-3 and we got Lamar Jackson, Brock Purdy. Given. What can you say? That's a top tier quarterback room, right? And we got, you paid for it, right? You paid a 5th rounder and a 8th rounder. So when you pay for something like that, it better be good. So yeah, you paid the price. Got to pay the cost to be the boss, man. James Brown, man. So Bijan Robinson, Jeremiah Love, Kyle Monangai, Alvin Kamara, Mike Washington. Strong backfield. Strong backfield. So I'm expecting a bit for Game Tight. Say Flowers, pull them up. Got to take Lamar when you pull them up. This is Mike Evans with Purdy, Harrison, DK, Naylor, Tucker. Oh, he got the Raiders stack with the Arizona run back. Yeah, you got Harrison and Love with 3 Raiders so far. Isaac Tesla, Surratt, Kittle stacked up. Oh, man. Yeah, this is a whip, man. I will give this one a whip. So, yeah, this is a strong team for my guy Game Tight, no doubt about it. He did his thing out of the 2-hole. Wouldn't expect nothing less. All right. Legion. I got Legion in the 5-hole. 3-6-7-2. Already sounding strong. Oh, man, he paid for some quarterbacks. He got Josh Allen, Burrow. And then you tacked on Rodgers, too. Damn, you trying to get all the outs in the finals. He said, yeah, Josh, Burrow, and let me just throw in Rodgers, too. All right, man. I ain't mad at you. All right, let's see how it ended up. And then you got CMC. We saw that one. Pollard, Rob, B-Rob, Emmett, K-Tron. Oh, I noticed this theme here, Emmett, K-Tron. And Connor, what's the view on Connor? Are you just thinking he's going to get traded? Possibly? Or, yeah, because this is pretty jammed up over there. But if he gets traded, he will have some value. So that's always a good bet. Veteran guys like that who can get traded to a team or released here and sign with a team. Because there's going to be some camp casualties. There always are. And so a guy who's sitting in a deep rotation right now who has some value league-wide can end up in a spot where a guy goes down in training camp, they get needy, trade for Connor, give him nothing, basically a 7th round or whatever. And then he ends up with a role somewhere. Those happen, man. And so savvy move there. Not going to hit on that one. Then we got a wide receiver room, Drake London, Terry McLaurin, Devontae Adams, Alec Pierce, Casey Concepcion, Khalil Shakir, pairing with Josh Allen, Omar Cooper, LaPorta Strange. All right, man. I got one question for you. You tacked on Rodgers, and I don't see any Pittsburgh correlation there, any Pittsburgh stack with it. So I'm not keen on that Rodgers edition with nobody to run with him, right? Because Rodgers is never getting there by himself. So is Rodgers ever really going to make your lineup over Burrow, Josh Allen? And if he does, that means somebody got there. That's the only question I have about the line. Other than that, it's 16th round, no big deal, but I think that pick could have probably been used a little differently. So that's the only quibble I got. Everything else is fine and strong. So our guy, Legion, definitely going to be a force in this league too. All right, so let's see what we got from Losimo. I got Losimo in the 7-hole. 2-5-8-3. Jaden Daniels, Daniel Jones. All right. Are you concerned about the fragility here of these quarterbacks? Possibly by combining these two together and stop them. That might be the only thing I'm a little concerned about. Jones coming off an injury, Daniels coming off an injury, but we can't draft with injury on our thoughts, right? You got to draft as you right. So those guys stay healthy. They're definitely a strong combo. Devon Achane, Travis Achane. You got the Achane boys. You got Quinton Judkins, Ramondre, Rico Dowdell. Man, everybody's got a strong backfield, man, so far. I haven't seen no weak backfields. So we like that backfield for sure, with this quarterback room looking strong too. And we got JSN, Xavier Worthy, Romeo Dobbs, Rashid Shaheed. This was the hero wide receiver we talked about. And we got Debo, Antonio Williams, Calvin Ridley, Chris Brazzle, Brazzle. All right, I don't see an Indianapolis player. I don't see it, man. But again, that's all right. You and Legion should have exchanged quarterbacks. You got Dowdle and Frymouth, and he got Rodgers, and then I think he had Pierce maybe too. All right, so yeah, I see this team's strong though still, even without the Daniel Jones stacking partner, because Daniel Jones can get there sometimes by himself. We know that. You got Trey McBride, Ferguson, and Patrick Freiermuth. Yep, another strong team. I think I would have liked to see a little more correlation, but it's fine. Like Jaden Daniels, you got any Jacksonville pieces? Or do you have any? Oh, you got Antonio Williams with no run back. So, yeah, I just would like to see a little bit of correlation, but it's not necessary, obviously. But just would have liked to see a little bit. Our guy, Lawson, will always still drafting strong. Okay, and so next we got our guy, Super Beast in the 10 hole. Keith the Big Shooter, Super Beast, 2682. I like that build as a structure, as a construction. And he has Justin Herbert, Bo Nix. Yeah, I like Bo Nix as my second and then stop. Yeah, he can always be your second dude in a good offense. And you don't really need any more because that means you already drafted one already. So you got Justin Herbert, Bo Nix, very strong quarterback room. You got Omarion Hampton, Josh Jacobs, Jordan Mason, Keaton Mitchell, Tank Bigsby, Kamani Vidal, another good running back room. All contingent upon that wild card, Josh Jacobs. Can he avoid any legal issues? And then can he really keep up that workhorse role? So this backfield will be very strong if that happens. And it's still okay, even if he has a slight step back. You got Mason. You got the Chargers backfield. And you got some contingency stuff with Bigsby. So you got all three Chargers. You like, hey, man, anybody go down, you got everything covered. Yeah, I ain't mad at that one, man. Yeah, it's very different and unique. And so you locked up that Chargers backfield, man. You got McConkey, too. Yeah, you been Chargers heavy, man. CeeDee Lamb, McConkey, Roma Duzay, Cortland Sutton, Coker, Jerry Jeudy, Zachariah Branch, Pat Bryant, Tyler Warren, Rondé Gasson even. Yeah, you been Chargers hog heaven. I would have liked to see a Chief then, maybe. Yeah, I definitely would like to see a Chief if you got that many Chargers for that week 17. Because if the Chiefs, if the Kansas City, I mean, if the Chargers go off that week, they ain't gonna blow out the Chiefs. So the Chiefs would be doing something. So I would have liked to see a Chief on this roster, even if it was like a Tyquan Thornton even. Or Kelce possibly, if he could have got Kelce maybe and squeezed him in there. But yeah, I would have liked to see one Chief. Other than that, the team stack is something we talked about, and I don't have a problem with that because you're basically trying to corner all the touchdowns or the majority of the touchdowns. And so, yeah, you did that pretty well. So you executed, man. Like that build. Tyler Warren, Rondé Gasson. Because Gaston can still be the playmaker there at the tight end spot. Everybody's getting all excited about this Kolar dude and all that. not excited about Kolar. I mean, he's like a role player, dude. You know, you got role players, guys that come in, block, has a little bit of receiving ability, but the main receiver tight end is Gaston. This dude gets up the field. Gaston had 100-yard games last year. You know, a tight end getting 100-yard games is not common, man. So when you got that kind of ability, he's the best receiver there at the tight end spot. So like that, like how you put that one together. And so another strong team out of this room. And go ahead and review my team last. You got anybody else out there? Go ahead and let me know, man. Anybody else out in this spot? Let us know. And so we are looking at our team out of the 12 hole, a 3-5-8-3. Yeah, I pretty much went standard every 3-5-8-2, that is. So this one's a little different than the last one we had. But we got 3-5-8-2 and a 3-5-7-3, I think, last time. We got Trevor Lawrence once again, and we added Malik Willis and Shedeur Sanders, our wild card late. And we got a skinny of no, we got a double. We got two doubles and a naked. So yeah, that worked out. I think I really wanted that. I wasn't really interested in the Malik Willis partner, so that's fine. And so our 5 running backs that we went with, we got a double dose in Denver again. But we started off Ashton Genty, Big Dog. We got RJ Harvey, Jonah Coleman, our double Denver, Tyler Algier, and then we got T. Higgins correlated with our guy Big Dog. We got Tetaroa McMillan, BTJ, Carnell Tate, Jacoby Myers. So we got the Jacksonville double. We got Trey Harris and Dontavian Wicks. We believe possibly could do something on the outside over there in Philadelphia. Right? And we got Isaiah Bond pairing with our guy Shedeur with our double stack with Harold Fannin Jr. And we got Isaiah Likely as our second tight end. And so, yeah, we like our chances here again. Yeah, we drafted pretty sound today. And we didn't try to do anything out of the ordinary. We got the 10th pick on one draft, 12th pick on the other draft. And so we just drafted how we draft, man. We didn't try to do nothing special. We didn't try to do anything unique. We just drafted, man. And sometimes that's all you got to do. Just draft sound, especially when you're in these really tough rooms. And this is a tough room. So we just want to give ourselves a chance. So we got a chance. Our guy Super Beast has a chance. Our guy Lawsimo has a chance. Our guy Game Tight has a chance. Our guy Legion has a chance. We all got a chance because everybody drafted sound, man. I'll give everybody props, man. Nobody did anything stupid. Not that stupid stuff can win, man. I mean, trust me, stupid stuff can win. And somebody looks at the dude's roster and says, man, why do you take 5 running backs like in a row, right? The beginning, you know. And then all of a sudden, he cobbled together a receiver room that looks pretty good because of the depth. That shit can win, man, advance, or at least advance. You don't know what they do once they advance out of your room, but, you know, we've all been in rooms where we thought, man, this team sucks. This team, dude, what is this guy doing? And they be the one that advance out of our room. We just like ridicule them, right, on draft day. So don't ever discount anybody because the combination of players that he might draft in an unorthodox manner might just all click, man. It might click, you know. And we don't know what's going to happen. So thank you. We appreciate you all for coming on here. Let's go ahead and catch up with the chat on our way out of here. And then we're going to rock on up out of here, man. I did it in this last night. I think the Chargers could score 25 plus rushing TDs with McDaniel like he did. Miami with the Monsters and HN. I just realized I had the draft board up when I did all those teams. I was seeing the teams, but y'all weren't seeing the teams. Sorry about that. But you heard me talk about your teams, at least. So we'll go ahead and rock with that one. And make sure it doesn't happen again. Young Moolah, what are you doing, man? Let the people see the team when they tell them. All right. Yeah, let's see what's up. I think when you draft Love, you have to have a super strong running back room to hold it down the first half of the season. Yeah, you do. You do pretty much because there's that unknown of his total role and how effective he's going to be. So you do want some kind of reinforcements there. But it's also one of those things where he could also light it up right out the gate. So there will be some thinner bets that I will also make on Love, in that I'll build a Love team where I'm expecting him to maybe rush. And so you'll build it a little thinner. And if that works out in your favor, you might have a real strong overall team because you focus on some other stuff too. So it can work in that manner too. Otto Rogers. Oh, okay. That's what happened. You're right. Yeah, I thought something might have happened because it didn't make sense for my Legion team to have a naked Rogers there. But yeah, I understand, man. It happens to all of us. Yep. Lossimo lacks stacks, but love the running backs. Yeah, Lossimo, he came with the hero receiver. But yeah, he's got a good shot, man. Everybody's got a great shot. One of Emmett Johnson. All right. Appreciate you all for rocking with the moolah, man. And we're going to go ahead and check on out right here. But go ahead and join us on Wednesday, if you will. And this Friday, we should have a guest lined up, hopefully, on Fiesta Fridays, as we will look to do that. But appreciate you all for coming on. Smash the like if you haven't already on your way out or here on the rerun. Smash the like for your guy, Young Moolah, here at GAB Sports. Check it out, boy. And we will go ahead and wish you all the best out here in these streets, man, and rocking with us for 2 BBMs. Appreciate you. And we will be back. Not for a BBM on Wednesday. We probably going to do drafters, man. Yeah, but for Friday, we hopefully there's some new contests in the Underdog streets. And so let's just end on that note as we will say peace. And we are out. Appreciate you all. See you later. Good.
I read the board like maps. 3 moves ahead, no cap. You draft on vibes and dreams. I build my league from scratch. My bench got hidden gems. Your roster full of names. I spot the league before it shows, then pour salt on the game. I trade like a casino, flip risk in the gold. You chase last week's fireworks, I chase the box score code. I know the soft matchups line up buffets and rain. I turn a sleepy Sunday into a money train. Check the line, I'm locked in. Every we got teeth. You bring a hot take, I bring season long receipts. I got the crown. Draft day, I run this town. Stack my wins, cash my clout. Say my name when lights go out.
It's your boy Young Moolah, man.